Hey, welcome back to Programming Hut YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to make an Android app which is going to make a API request, and the API we're going to use is this one which we have created in the previous video. And this is actually machine learning model deployed on the server, and it takes basically three input, which is fails and then grade 1 and grade 2. So basically this is a linear regression model which has three input, and in return it returns the final grade of student. So we are going to use this API. If you want to use it, I will leave this link in down description if you want to learn how to create an API. Also, I will add a link in that I button and in description if you in case you want to learn how to create your own API. So that's all for the introduction. So let's start the video for making the API app. So let's start by creating a new project. Going to file, new project, set the empty activity, and let's name our application. Let's say API app by me, and let's hit finish. Before, make sure the language is selected as Java. Hit finish. So it'll take some time for making your project. Alright, so it is finished now. So first of all, we will focus on creating the GUI. So as I said that it is going to have three input field, which is fail, grade 1 and grade 2, and in return it gives final grade. So basically we'll have three input field and one button for making the prediction, sending the request, and then text view for showing the result from the API or response from the API. So let's delete this hello world and let's add three input field. Let's go to text and let's add this number 3 times. Okay, so now let's select all of this, go to click on this icon over here, and then align horizontally with parent, and do the same for aligning with vertically. That's all. So now align it perfectly so that they just reside, they just look good. That's all. So let's add a text view for showing the predictions. So we can just align this also for parent with parent and vertically with parent. Let's make it a bit bigger. That's all. Now finally add a button in the center so that we can send a request. So we can just align it with parent. That's all. Now let's change size of this text view a little bit. You can come to the right side and hit on search for size and change the size. Let's say 24 sp. Okay, so now let's change the IDs of these three fields so that we can access it more efficiently in our code. So let's select this first one. Let's change the ID to, let's say, grade 1. Do the same for grade 2, and finally for fails. Okay, so that's all for GUI. If you want to make it more look nicer, so the you can just give it time, but my main concern is to teach you how you can make a API request. So that's all for this GUI. Let's go to main activity.java and let's declare the variables for all of these three: edit text and one button and one text view. So let's do it over here. Let's do for first text view. You can say text view, let's say TV, and then button, let's say BTN, and finally edit text, let's say G1, G2, and then fail. Alright, so now if you are seeing this red error over here, you can just click on this and hit Alt plus enter. So this will be gone. Do the same for button, import class, do the same for edit text. So once done this, we will initialize them in this on create function in over here. Let's initialize them first. Let's say TV. So for initializing, you can say find view by ID and search for in resources.id, and the ID is text view. And let's do the for button also, find view by ID. Finally for G1 and G2 and fail. Now remember, ID we have given for G1 is grade 1, and let's copy them for grade 2 and then for fail. Let's change the IDs to grade 2, and finally for fail, this variable name is fail and this is grade 2. Alright, so that's all. Now we're gonna set BTN set on click listener for this button, meaning when the button will be clicked, what is going to happen? Obviously the request will be sent. So let's first set on click listener. We can say btn.set on click listener, and in that there will be new view.on click listener. Okay, so now in this we will make the request. So for making the request, the library I'm going to use is this volley library. I will leave documentation in down description. This will be the link for this. So first of all, we're gonna have to set up it for our project. So for setting up, you need to add this dependency let's just copy this implementation, go back to Android Studio, go in project and then Gradle files, and in build.gradle you see over here implementation this dependencies. Let's go in last and hit Ctrl V to paste this implementation which we have copied from over here. Now once you just paste it, you will see this sync now button. Just click on this sync now and it'll take some time to set up Volley for your project. Alright, so Volley has been set up for the project. Now we need to add a permission for internet, which is bit obvious that we are going to connect to the internet for making the request to the URL. So we'll just go in this manifest and then Android manifest.xml, and in this you just come just below this manifest line and hit uses.permission, sorry, uses-permission, and in this you use the permission called internet. That's all for setting the Volley library for now. Let's see if we get any error or not. So that's all. Now we'll go back to our main activity.java and let's open the Chrome, this Volley documentation. And now the request we want to make is this make a standard request, a request which is of JSON object or images or raw strings. So let's just click on make a standard request. Now remember, when we have created this API, we have returned a JSON object, so we'll have to make this request for JSON. So this is the code for making the request. So let's just copy it and paste it over here. We'll just change it for our own use case. Now in case you are seeing this red errors over here, just click on it and hit Alt Enter for importing the class. Do the same for all of them. Alright, so you see that this function is called when the response is received by this Volley library, and this function is called when the error is received, meaning there is no response and there is some error. Let's say the internet is not available or the internet is not connected. So you know, like that error, if that error occurs, it will be showing up in this function, and if the response comes, it will be shown in this function. So this text view, I'll just remove this line from over here. I'll say log.d. you know, log is used for logging the values for debugging purposes. Let's give this a response tag, and the thing I want to show is this response, right? So I'll say response.getString, and string I want is prediction. So what do I mean by that? If we just have a look on our API, this particular string I want, meaning we will access this value by hitting get string prediction. So you see we are getting the error is very easy to solve. You just have to surround it with try and catch block. That's all for removing that error. So in case we get any error, so I'll just come in over here and I'll say log.d and I'll say response same received the error. Okay, so actually we don't need this line over here, and using this we can set the log. Let's just set the text view so that we can see on screen also. So we have this text view as TV, right? So we'll say tv.set text, and the text is going to be this response.getString, and you know, let's add a little bit prediction is, yeah, that's all. And in this let's just set tv.setText, and we're gonna set the text as that didn't work out, check problems. Yeah, so if the response is not received, we'll say that didn't work, check out the problems. And yeah, it looks everything good, but only one thing is missing is this string URL. So you need to change this. So the URL is going to be basically this. So I'll just copy it, go back in over here, paste it over here, and obviously the fields is going to be fail.getText, right? And I'll just cut it out from over here, do it like this, so it's not fails, it's fail. And do the same for this g1 and g2. So we will basically convert this to string, something like this, and then hit plus, and this g1 is going to be g1.getText, and hit plus, and this is going to be again string, and then g2.getText. That's all basically for string URL. And now only thing is left for making the request. Yeah, so we haven't made any request yet, so I'll just go back to Chrome, make a simple request, and you know, we'll just go back to send simple request. So the request can be made by using so many different ways. The way I like is request queue. So request queue is I think better way to make the request, but again you can just check out this documentation for seeing how you can make the request. So I'll just copy this request queue line over here. So I'll just copy it, and and paste it just below this string URL. Let's just add the libraries by hitting Alt Enter, and if you are seeing this error in context, you can say that main activity dot this. And finally we will use this queue to add our this JSON object request, as you can see over here, queue.add, right? So I'll just copy it, and at last of this I'll paste it over here, and the error is string request is not available because this is JSON object request. I'll just copy and paste it over here. So that is basically how you can make the request. Let's quickly run our app onto our device. So I'll just connect my device now. So either you can run your app on your physical device or your virtual emulator. I am assuming that you know about it, so I'll just connect my device. Make sure USB debugging is enabled. It will ask you to authenticate, so I'll hit OK. So it will show up over here. So now I'll hit run button, which is play button over here right next to your phone name. So the app is now installing. Now it will ask you to install the app on your device. I'll hit install. So now it's launching the app. Alright, so here is my app on the screen. You can see that the GUI is basically looks good. So I just have to make some reference. So the first one was a grade 1, right? So let's just set the grade 1 as 10, and grade 2 over here, second one is grade 2. Let's set grade 2 as 10 and fails as 0. Let's cross the finger and hit button. Yeah, so you can see that prediction is 9.64. You know what, let's just go back to our browser and set the values as same. Fail as 0, grade 1 as 10, and grade 2 as 10. Let's hit enter. So the output is 9.64, and on the screen also the output is 9.64. So basically that is how you can make the request from the API, and basically you can just use it almost anywhere. You can use it in case when you can't deploy your machine learning model or deep learning model on the Android, or if the model is too big, too heavy, or you can just store it on the server and make the request by using API. So I hope that after this video you would have no doubt in deploying your machine learning app or making API request from your Android app. So that is basically for this video. I hope that you have enjoyed this video and learned something new today. If yes, make sure to give this video a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. So bye.